Hey, what's going on? Hey, look, a new stain.
Yeah. Okay, so
That's part of the character of your work desk, right? The writing desk.
yeah. Well,
You gotta have some ink stains here and there.
should I mention that it's after 1 a.m.?
Yeah, the night's young. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
What's going on? What are we doing tonight?
Oh, I totally forgot
This
the
morning.
intro. I'm Irene. This is Inkworks, and for something a little different, I dragged producer Mike into the studio, kicking and screaming.
Yeah, literally dragged me. Yes. Man,
because you were trying to get to bed.
Just trying to go to bed, but whatever. You gotta be there for the team. Irene's got some fun things we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, well, first of all, this footage is just swatching fountain pen inks, the Iroshizuku brand that I have in bottles. Now, I do have, I think, 1 or 2 or 3 sample vials of Iroshizuku, but I think I mentioned in the previous video that I was going to save the sample vial inks for a separate video.
Oh yeah. Break it up a little bit. So these are the actual
bottles,
fancy bottles.
Now, when I say bottles, I have one full-size 50 milliliter bottle, and then 9 mini-size 15 milliliter bottles, and I'll explain how that came about, right? Or we'll explain how that came about.
I think you had mentioned the brand, and of course, with a name like that, it's very interesting. It'd be, it's fun to say.
Iroshizuku.
Iroshizuku. Yeah. Plus, the names of the colors are also
Japanese.
Japanese too. So that's kind of fun, right? You get to learn a little bit as you pick your colors.
Yeah.
Right? But the first bottle, I can't remember if that was a Christmas thing or what, but.
I think you couldn't wait. You gave it to me before Christmas.
Because I probably was thinking, you could talk about it, and if somebody's
right. So you got me a full size bottle, 50 milliliters of Irene from Iroshizuku, and it's a light bright green color.
And it's the company that makes it is Pilot, and Pilot also, of course, they have a fountain pen line, and probably ballpoint too. Who knows? But if you weren't aware,
they're big in pens and inks. So.
They're big in Japan. If you're from the 80s, you know that joke. Anyways, but yeah, definitely. So we're gonna so this video is you're swatching out all these colors, and she started off with the green because Irene likes greens, so I find her unique greens from time to time.
Well, that was a complete surprise. I did not know that you were getting me a full bottle. I mean, I had only said about a half a dozen times, wow, I really want a whole full-size bottle of Iroshizuku. Because one of these days. But I did not know that you were actually getting me one. So that was a surprise. And I had already, I think, requested at... was it the Thanksgiving dinner with your family? Yeah. They held the
drawing for, because we would draw names for Christmas. Instead of everybody having to buy little things for everyone, you drew someone's name, and then you spent so much money on that person.
Mm-hmm. So it was a little limit, right?
Yeah. So I think it was $100.
Anyway, everyone wrote down what they wanted on a little piece of paper and threw it in the box with everyone else. And I just put down on my list, I would like some Iroshizuku inks. Right? Yep. And I think, what else was on there? A bottle of booze?
yeah, that's right. Some rum. I think, I think you had wanted some rum.
And
what was the other?
I forget what else. Chocolate, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, of course.
But
so I
was hoping, maybe I'd get something.
What you're gonna get?
Yeah, right. I don't know. If I got something on the list would be great. If not, whatever. Yeah. So when it came time on Christmas Eve, your family's party, we exchanged gifts, and lo and behold. The box, for me, had everything on my list. I could not believe it.
It was just like Christmas.
Yeah.
Everything on her Santa list.
it was your niece. Santa. It was your niece,
yes,
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Yeah. She got me.
She did a great job.
3 boxed sets of 3 mini bottles of ink.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? But they were sets of 3 each. So it was a total of 9 bottles of ink.
9 different colors. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
I know. Was that
I was
crazy?
really surprised too because I kept going, oh, what? 3 sets of 3?
I probably sound so avaricious right now, but yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Well, that was it wasn't right in the beginning of the journey of going into film, but it was close.
Yeah, it was early on. Yeah.
So it was, not to say it's not still exciting, but but at that point it was like, wow, look at all these different inks, right?
Well, because
and colors,
I'd really been eyeing the Iroshizuku Inks because you had just recently gotten me that full-size bottle, which was exciting.
The design was really neat on that bottle.
And then Sarah Bailey from Sarah Bailey Art's YouTube channel, she had sent me a package of some sample inks previously, and that included, I think, at least one Iroshizuku sample bottle.
Okay.
So that was cool.
And
I think it was like 2 Iroshizuku inks that she sent me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that might be coming up in a...
Yeah, I'll include that in the sample vial
video.
Swatching.
Yeah.
Well, to me, I find it's just fun to see swatching. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone does it a little differently. Yeah. So, I love to watch other people swatching, whether it's inks like this or watercolors or gouache or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the tools here...
the size.
I was using the Kakimori Brass Nib, and that was something that my brother had gotten for me.
A while back, actually.
Yeah, it was a while back, yeah. Anyway, I forget. Sometimes he asks me, how's the channel going? What are you doing? What's going on? And it's like, and I've been looking at this and that and whatnot. And he goes, oh, that sounds exciting. Here, let me order it for you.
Yeah.
That's happened a couple of times. It's happened with the Kakimori Brass Nib.
Yeah.
And he had gotten me a fountain pen, the TWSBI VAC 700R.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because again, that was fairly early on when, in the.
Oh yeah, that was really early.
I like to say the journey.
The journey, the fountain pen
journey, the ink and pen journey.
He also got me another fountain pen that I need to show sometime on the channel, but I haven't gotten to it as well.
Another little. What do you call it? Teaser, upcoming.
And so the paper is paper you got me.
Okay.
The Tomoe River.
Oh, yeah.
And you got me both 52 GSM and 68 GSM. Yes. But this one here, I believe, is the 68 GSM.
Okay. So that was the one that I found that they were like loose leaf, so actually stationary sheets.
Yeah. There were packs of 100 sheets.
Yeah, exactly. I knew you'd enjoy that.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun. So you just...
So I just cut them down using
cut it into into squares.
You want to talk about your
trimmer? on the trimmer from
the guillotine?
Oh my goodness, yeah. So the old cutter from when I used to have a photo studio in Seattle. But yeah, we used it to cut the passport photos down, the 2x2, from the Polaroid size, which was I think 3x4 when you start off. But anyways, the dangerous, the blade on it.
I'm always afraid.
It looks like something out of I use that a lot. I managed to never.
Yeah, you've got all your fingers.
I got all my. That, and I ran a printing press for a while too, and I've managed to keep all my fingers.
Yeah.
But what were we talking about? Oh, cutting down the size. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so that's I just cut it down the side, and I did plan out the dimensions and everything because I knew that I wanted to put it on cardstock because I didn't want just thin pieces of Tomoe River paper flopping around trying to fit those inside the sheet protectors.
Yeah.
I knew that would be kind of weird, so I knew I was going to put them on cardstock. So I knew the dimensions exactly that I wanted to do and what was going to fit into the. They're basically trading card protector
Oh,
sheets.
the sleeves. Yeah. The fit in the 3-ring binder.
Yeah.
But.
So we can talk about the desktop here.
Oh yeah. So so the desk. Irene, I don't know if I think she mentioned in the last video or maybe what about kind of the atmospheric lighting that she was experimenting with when she did this to kind of tie in with the desk, and you can obviously see a little bit of the desk, but we found it in a thrift shop. Oh, yeah, I think that was right around Christmas time. What is that considered? Parkland, I think Parkland area.
Yeah, so that was fun looking through there.
So we were walking around. I think we found an old fountain pen when we were there at the thrift shop, and I think a magazine that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I found some old ephemera.
Yeah, ephemera things.
But you spotted.
Yeah, I saw that little desk in the back, and I was walking around, and I was like, that's kind of cool looking. I was thinking, since Irene was getting into the fountain pens, that it would definitely be neat to have a writing desk. And it's not, unfortunately, it's not, real hardwood. But it still has some character to it. It's a neat little desk.
Yeah.
With a fold down top.
Yeah, I think that style. I think they call it like a secretary.
Yeah, that's. And
it has the fold down.
The top. And then when you close it up, it gives it a nice, neat. It doesn't take up too much space.
And it has some cubbies inside too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
But anyway, so that was kind of a neat find. It wasn't very much money because it's not. Again, it's not solid wood.
It's not an antique or something. Yeah,
but it still has its character of its own.
Yeah.
And we'll probably.
It fit great in here.
Yeah, it was perfect because it wasn't too big. It was a nice little. Yeah. And for what Irene's doing, it's perfect when she's writing with a fountain pen, or in this case, doing some swatching of the inks. It's like a separate area that she can kind of focus on for the pen and ink things, where she's got another table she can do her watercolor work on. It's
helpful because that way, I don't necessarily have to move everything to make space for, okay, now I'm going to do pen and ink stuff. And then I can it can have its own dedicated space.
Yeah.
And then exactly. I don't have to keep switching things around.
And you're not going, where are my pens at? And, where's my brushes at? Yeah. It's kind of like the Reese's thing. Right?
I don't know if that's the right analogy.
That's true. I guess it doesn't quite work out as good.
But since you're talking about treats, autumnal treats.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, you're really creaking there.
Yeah. Sorry about the chair, guys. I'm sitting in a chair. I guess it's creaking. But a couple of things, of course.
Well, we just had some ice cream. Apple pie ice cream.
Yeah, that's good. It was caramel apple pie ice cream.
Oh, okay. Caramel apple pie.
I know. That's what I said. Safeway, seasonal flavor.
Nice.
So yes, we did. That's definitely one of the seasonal treats. Pumpkin delights from Little Debbie.
Yeah.
Those are. I don't know how to describe those.
Oh, and
they're like a cereal.
My sister and her husband treated us to the pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
McDonald's pumpkin latte.
That's right.
Well, it was so funny.
I don't think I've ever even tried it prior to that. Right? I hadn't been curious.
Yeah. Well, it was so funny because that morning, we were on our way to go visit them, my sister and her husband, and we had gotten treated to breakfast sandwiches at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's right.
From my brother.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of eyeing the pumpkin latte on the sign. I was going, nah, I shouldn't. But then when we went, we drove down and visited my sister and her husband. And they surprised us with a tray of the McDonald's pumpkin lattes.
Yeah, they bought us both
yeah.
Which was, it was very good, actually. It was nice.
I was surprised because, I'm not the biggest fan of McDonald's, right? And I don't know if I've talked about that before, but I prefer other fast food, especially in the burger department.
Yeah.
I do love McDonald's fries. Okay, I do them, but I would rather go somewhere else for a burger. But so I was surprised by how tasty their pumpkin latte was.
Yeah, it was very nice, and it was a treat. someone bought it for us as a treat, so that was kind of neat. Made it enjoy.
And what else have we had? We had the Costco.
Oh, those mini cake things.
The caramel apple mini cakes.
Yeah, your other brother had brought it back from a day trip he had went on, I believe.
And
they went to Costco and he couldn't pass it by. It sounded good, he said. They were very. That was incredible.
Especially with a hot mug of tea or coffee. Oh my gosh, it was just really good.
I did some chai. That was the other thing too. The chai. Speaking of chai, we had tried a pumpkin cream iced chai.
Was it pumpkin or was it just?
No, I think they call it pumpkin cream. Is what Starbucks calls the product.
Okay, we should. I guess
it's what they use in the cold brew too. I believe they call it the pumpkin cream cold brew. But I think that's their. Yeah, I believe that's what it was. But it was very good.
Iced pumpkin cream chai latte.
There we go. Yeah? Tea latte. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That sounds right. Yeah, so pumpkin cream chai tea latte.
It was
yummy.
It was a warm day, right? This was a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And it was a warm day, and I was not really wanting like a hot beverage. Did we explain this was at the original?
Yes, the very first store.
The original Starbucks in Seattle.
Which whatever. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to be negative. But whatever, it's not as great.
You think it's oversold?
Yeah, I mean it's just a place to get your Starbucks, but it's unfortunate that
they could do a whole lot more. I think to make it more of an exciting destination, probably. But spaces are cramped there, I think.
I don't know. You just think people stand in line to go in there, and then you get in there, and it's like, why did we stand in line for the other Starbucks up the street? We could have just got our coffee at.
So anyway, we got this. So it was a long line.
Don't get me going.
Because it's very touristy. Lots of people want to go in. So there was a gentleman there at the start of the line.
They call it store number 1?
Yeah. Anyway, I just asked, what he recommended for something seasonal. And he recommended the iced pumpkin cream chai latte, and that sounded good to me, and it was a good choice because it was very refreshing for a warm day. I was like, ice is great. It's not one of those strong, heavy flavors, right? It was it was light and refreshing
because it was still warm enough. It was still late summer, not quite fall.
Yeah.
Was that all the?
Well, I would love to go to Trader Joe's and kind of see what's there.
Yeah,
but,
I know. We keep getting teased.
Yeah.
Everybody's showing off all the things at Trader Joe's.
You picked
YouTube. Up. Yes, we did. We did have an opportunity when my daughter was here in town. We went up to Federal Way, which is probably, I don't know if it's the closest, but it's probably seems to be more convenient to get to. Yeah. But it's still kind of out of the way. Traffic is kind of crazy up there. But anyways, we had an opportunity to pop in, and I did get that really good butternut squash spaghetti sauce, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's a pasta sauce.
A pasta sauce. Yeah. But yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, we like that.
It's not heavy. It's like a nice medium sauce. It doesn't seem really heavy. Yeah. So that was kind of part of fall. So switch over to fall, and then of course, thinking of soups.
Thinking of soups.
Right? Get a little chill in there.
I know.
Soups come in.
I was just telling. I was talking about how.
But anyways,
I want you to make your delicious chicken tortilla soup.
Yes.
Because that is so delicious.
I haven't made that for. It seems like years.
A long time, yeah. So
it seems like years since it's been fall.
So
okay, so
yeah. I wanted to mention some upcoming projects because I do have a couple of planned projects that are going to involve gouache, and that's going to include and I have not shared this yet. Maybe I'll share it on Instagram. I did a sketch. I did a sketch that's vampire themed.
Yeah, that's neat.
And it's like a bookshelf with some books and some knickknacks, right? And then it's kind of like a dark theme. And I really like how the sketch turned out, so I'm thinking I'll do a gouache painting of that.
Yeah, right? That'd be fun. Definitely.
And maybe I'll post the sketch on Instagram or something as a kind of teaser.
Yeah, exactly. I think, I don't know, I think some people might enjoy having an idea of what's coming up.
There's also some other things I would like to do and get
video
done this October, this month, because a YouTube channel I follow, Art on the Creek.
Yes.
She has issued a Disney Villains art challenge for this month of October.
Nice.
Yeah. And she's got a whole list of prompts for every day, and of course, I'm not that productive, so I have to pick and choose which projects I want to do.
No, whatever. That doesn't matter. Everybody can participate how you want, but join along.
To me, that's an exciting art challenge.
Yeah.
Because even if I can just get a 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 of those done, I would be thrilled.
Yeah,
happy.
Heck yeah, just being part of the prompt. The prompt.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we're Disney fans.
Yes, definitely.
And I believe Anne at Art on the Creek is also a Disney fan, or at least she's a Disney Villains fan.
Yeah, especially right now in October.
Yeah. So
thus the challenge.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Right. Yeah, but you can see her, and I'll put a link.
So you'll have a link in the description. So go and join along in the journey, and don't feel like just like Irene, do what you can, but just join along. Support. She'd appreciate the support, and of course, everybody in the art community is gonna. Right, it's all part of supporting the community.
That's the fun thing about the art community. Here on YouTube, I think, and on a social media, Instagram and so forth. It's like you see these things, and it's like, oh, you get all excited. It's like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And it's something different than the normal Inktober.
Yeah, and I did recently share a post on Instagram of the sketch I did for the Evil Queen.
Yeah.
So that's a project I want to work on this month, and as to do a painting of that in gouache.
Yeah. Nice. You hadn't watched the other video Irene did. She's created a 3-ring binder with the trading card size sleeves, and you're seeing that in the background. She's kind of showing some of the print samples after she attached them to the backing, the index backing. I think it's index card possibly. And so
it's cardstock.
Or cardstock, okay.
I cut it down on the guillotine.
Yeah, the guillotine cutter.
I was brave.
Maybe we'll do a close-up someday, and we'll do a feature of the guillotine cutter. Put a little fun twist. Anyway, so that's...
But hopefully on these close-ups, hopefully you can see how nice the ink shows on the Tomoe River paper, because the paper is good, the ink is good,
But it looks nice.
Yeah. So. And again, I don't know if it's going to be kept in the footage or not, but I did drop clear water droplets onto the swatches and then pat them dry so that you can see how much of the color lifts.
Yep.
So this was just us chit-chatting, unscripted.
Yeah, casual. Now, if you enjoyed what you like this content, please give us a like. Let us know. Comment down below.
Yeah, until next time. Stay inky, artsy, pumpkiny, villainy.
Yeah, that could work.
My friends and fiends.
Yeah, fiends. That's our fiends and family.